5 recap video. This was a great week, I feel like, for football. Pretty good week. So let's just get right into it. No preamble about this video. We're going to jump right in. So, Thursday. Holy cow. I thought the Rams were going to just beat down the 49ers. 49ers were hurt. I mean, they had injuries up and down their roster. One of my friends, actually, he's from San Francisco. So, I watched this game with him at a bar downtown. And he was hype. He was wearing his George Kittle jersey, and he was like screaming. He was like, "Let's go!" Like, it was great. It was crazy. It was an overtime thriller where it actually ended in someone winning the game, not tying. R.I.P. Packers, but Mac Jones looked really good. I thought he'd struggle a little bit against the Rams, but he looked pretty solid. So he was 33 of 49 for 342 yards and 2 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey was a workhorse. Carried the ball 22 times for 57 yards. So not great in terms of, your yards per carry, but he was working. I don't know. I can't believe they ran him that much, but it was what it was. Kendrick Bourne, this man, he was catching everything. 10 receptions, 142 yards. Damn. Matthew Stafford, lighting it up. Puka Nacua, lighting it up. Let's see. Matthew Stafford, 30 of 47. Both of the quarterbacks threw almost 50 times. What the fuck? Matthew Stafford, 30 of 47 for 389 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. This game was crazy. It was a back and forth. Really close. A lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Really fun. 49ers ended up taking it 26-23. Defense held like a you-know-what. Sunday games. First game was in London. They're really pushing these international games. I don't know why. I guess try and increase the fan base, but if they try and bring like a London team, I might riot. Like, you got Mexico, you got Canada. That's all I would really think you could do, but my opinion doesn't matter to Roger Goodell or any of those owners. So, whatever. Anyways, we had Vikings-Browns. Pretty close game, honestly. Carson Wentz got a little bit banged up, which I was worried when he went out in, I think it was the second quarter. But, you know what? He came back in. Played pretty well, I thought. 25 of 34 for the game for 236 yards and a TD. No picks. He took 3 sacks for 16 yards, and I think the first sack was the one that he banged up his shoulder, I think. So not great there. Jordan Mason played pretty well again, I thought. About 4 yards, exactly 4 yards a carry, 13 carries for 52 yards and a touchdown, so that's pretty solid. Justin Jefferson was balling, 7 receptions for 123 yards. That's pretty good. Dylan Gabriel, I saw some people were saying like he looked bad, and I don't know what those people were on, because Minnesota's got a good defense, and he has no disrespect to the Browns receivers, but he does not have like a top 10 receiver on that team. Top 15, I would say, personally. So, for him to go into this game against a good defense in his first start on Cleveland, you can't really expect much more than what he did. This was a close game, and he kept it in there. So, yeah, I don't really know what else to say. David Njoku had a crazy hurdle. That was wild. That man is huge, and he was jumping over another person like that. That was crazy. But the Vikings ended up getting the W, 21-17 in London. All right. Oh, this next game was ugly to watch. I think I turned it off about halftime. Like, it went to the break and I took it out of my multi-view because this was what I kind of thought would happen. I can't remember exactly if I think I took the Texans to win this game. Or if I didn't, I made this point that the Ravens are, like, their defense is horrible. And they have so many injuries up and down that roster that, like, what are you gonna do? Like, you have like you're putting bench warmers out there, right? So, my God, looking at this box score is crazy. CJ Stroud and the Texans, after 4 weeks of just pure struggling, like, just looking bad, put up 44 points. 44 on the Ravens. I saw some stat that the Ravens have, like, one of the worst defenses through 5 weeks of all time. And I'm like, probably. Like, I feel like if you look at their box scores from every week, they've given up at least, like, 40 points a game, which is absurd. That's horrible. That's really, really bad. But they take the least amount of plays or, like, offensive, like, snaps to score. So it's like, it's a super weird stat, but I can't remember exactly what it was. But yeah, anyways. I mean, Lamar Jackson didn't even play, so it was just Cooper Rush. 14-20 for 170 yards and 3 picks. I do not envy Cooper Rush going against that Texans defense. That's a scary defense for a backup to go into. CJ Stroud looked amazing. 23-27, 244 for 4 touchdowns. My God, like, I mean, Nick Chubb, 11 yards for 61. Granted, he had a 27-yarder, but, like, just pure stats. That's almost 6 yards a carry. Oh, man. Yeah. There's not a lot about the Ravens there's not a lot that went well for the Ravens in this game. I'll be honest. Like, this was a really ugly game for the Ravens, and I think they should be. Oops, sorry. I just kicked my chair. I'm standing for this video, if you couldn't tell. There's a lot for the Ravens that I'd be very concerned with. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll figure it out. Maybe when guys come back and they're healthy again, we'll see some improvement. But Texans ended up getting the W, 44-10. 44-10. That's tough. All right. Giants Saints. This was also a fun game. Sorry. So, I think that the Saints, they played really well for the most part. Jackson Dart, this is kind of what I thought would happen. Second game, people have a little bit more film. You know, he made some mistakes. He looked really, I thought, like, he made some really good plays. He made some really bad plays. 26 of 40, 202, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's some stuff with this team that needs to be figured out outside of quarterback, for sure. So I don't think they're going to be immediately like, oh, we changed from Russell Wilson, we're going to be a, playoff team. No. Sorry, no. You got 2 other teams in that division that are night and day better. But yeah, Saints ended up getting the win, 26-14. Don't really have a lot to say about this game. I didn't watch it too closely. I watched it, like, probably up until, I probably watched, like, the third quarter. And then I switched away because it looked like the Saints were kind of taking it. So, yeah. All right, next game. Broncos-Eagles. This game was freaking awesome. This is exactly you know what? It's reinforcing my take that the Broncos are a dark horse team this year. I should have mentioned at the beginning, we have no more undefeated teams in the NFL this season, which is chef's kiss. So happy the Eagles lost. Like, respectfully to all Philly fans, like, the tush push is just starting to piss me off, especially after last week when they did like 4 or 5, what was it, like 3 or, I think it was like 3 or 4 fake tush pushes. Like, come on, like, that's just annoying. That it's whatever, it's fine, we don't have to get into it. The Broncos defense actually made Jalen Hurts pass the ball, and he didn't do bad. Like, it was good. Like, to be honest, he had 280 yards and 2 touchdowns passing, so like, you can't complain. Saquon Barkley had 6 carries. Like, what are we doing? That man's one of the best backs in the league, and you're not feeding him the ball. I don't know, but I'm not gonna complain because the team that I wanted to win won. So what are you gonna do? Cortland Sutton had a game. Pretty much any time they were, Cortland Sutton and Evan Ingram, pretty much any time they were in like 2nd and long, 3rd and long, or honestly 3rd and medium to long, in those clutch situations, Bo Nix put it right to Cortland Sutton, right to Evan Ingram, and they snagged some catches. Like, they were some really, really good catches. J.K. Dobbins was really good, I thought. That defense just like next. I mean, it's just so good. Like, you can't pass on that team. I mean, they tried. Devontae Smith was pretty much the only one that could catch a ball for some reason. He had a game. I wish I had him on fantasy. The person that I was playing against, my matchup for this week had Devontae Smith, obviously. I think he had like 20-something points. I was like, that was a double middle finger to that guy, but whatever, it's fine. I ended up winning like 150 to 110 or something, so I can't complain. But yeah, this was a really fun game. It's really funny because Denver was losing 17-3. I was sitting on the couch and I was like, I took this game in one of my parlays just to like do it, like just shot in the dark, right? And in the 4th quarter, Denver, 18 unanswered points to win the game 21-17. Beautiful. Cinema. Cinema. But yeah, Denver took the W, defeated the undefeated, gave them their first L on the season, 21-17 over the Eagles. Great game. Alright, next game, Cowboys-Jets. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one because I didn't watch it very much. I wasn't like super interested in. I looked after like the 1st quarter and it was close, and then I looked at the 2nd quarter and it was like 20. Hold on, I have the stats up here. I don't know why I'm trying to go off the top of my head. 23-3, and then it was 30-3, and then it was like 30. Wait, no, it was 30-6, and then yeah, and then the Jets kind of came back in, but it was just like too little, too late. You know what I mean? Dak Prescott had another really good game. 18-29, 237 for 4 touchdowns. Javonte Williams was everywhere in that game. He had a huge, like 70-something yard rush. Oh wait, yeah. Sorry, I was reading the wrong thing. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty good. Justin Fields. You know, I feel like he's gotten a bad rap. I think he's pretty solid. Breece Hall is a genuine star in this league. The Jets are unfortunately just going to be the Jets. After the first couple weeks, I thought they would kind of, pick up a little bit. They are settling into their ways, which is unfortunate, man. Like, I have so many friends who are Jets fans, and they're like, this year is our year, every year. And you for, my God, I don't even know how long, but yeah, I feel for you guys. This is it went kind of how I thought. Dallas ended up winning 37-22. Sorry, I kind of figured this would be not an even game. So, yeah, sorry guys. Oh God, this next game was tough. Raiders, Colts. I know I made a point to shout out one of my subscribers, RJ's coded in my picks video a couple days ago. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. This was an ugly game. The Colts, I will say, look like they are incredible. Daniel Jones is like, I mean, he's putting up like MVP type season numbers. Maybe not like numbers, but like he's putting together like an incredible season after coming off of like 3-4 seasons of being talked about as one of like the worst quarterbacks in the NFL. It's incredible. Defensively and offensively, they look great. Like, I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like, that offensive line is something else for Indy. What's that guy's name? Quentin Nelson. I mean, Jonathan Taylor has like miles of space to run. Like it's actually insane watching some of those replays and watching the plays unfold. It's incredible. The Raiders, man, they struggled. Ashton Genty tried to do some stuff, rushing and receiving. It just wasn't happening. Like, Geno was throwing picks, and some of those were, I mean, to be honest, I can forgive a desperation pick. Like, if you're just throwing it because you need to throw it and you need to try and move the ball, like, fair. He's just throwing a lot of picks. Like, so like, you can't always be throwing desperation picks because you're just gonna be throwing picks. But anyways, Indy ended up winning 40-6 on the Raiders. Yeah. Sorry, RJ. Sorry, man. It was a tough game. But yeah, it was fun to watch. So I think I can say now with confidence that the Colts are like a legit team. It's not just like a 1 or 2 week fluke. They've been putting up points on everybody. So I think we can start to increase their ranking in our minds. Next game. Oh my God, I have once again I've had my parlay for the 3rd week in a row. The only pick that I got wrong is the freaking Miami Dolphins. Like, every single week they were winning. And I was like, oh, they got this. I don't even need to watch. It's fine. I don't even care. I was like, should I take the cash out? No. Who needs cash? I want that big win. I want the big win. I was a fool. Oh my God, I was so mad. Every single time. Like, I bet on them to win, they lose. I bet on them to lose, they win. This week I bet on them to win, and I was like, there's no way. And then they freaking lose. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, this was crazy. Tua played well. Like, it was the defense. Like, I mean, for the most part, like, not to blame people, but like, it was the defense. I mean, Tua literally 27-36, 256, 3 touchdowns, no picks. They had virtually nothing going on running. It was like, as a team, they rushed the ball 14 times for 19 yards. That's horrendous. All of their offense came from passing. I have Jalen Waddle on fantasy. Oh my God, did he do me tremendous? Like, again, chef's kiss. He was 6 receptions, 110 yards, and a touchdown. I can't ask for more. let's see, what else do I have? Yeah, I don't even want to talk about this game anymore. I'm done. Anyways, Carolina ended up winning 27-24. Super disappointing for me. I could have, just for reference, and then I'll stop talking about it. I had a $5 bonus bet. $5. 13 leg parlay. I got 12 of the legs correct from what I bet. My payout would have been like $4,800. I was so mad. So freaking mad. Oh god, terrible. Okay, next game. We'll move on. Bucks and Seahawks. This game was crazy. Every single week, the Bucks just find a way to do it. It's always a close game. It's always entertaining, and they always take it. Well, except for the Eagles, but whatever. I will say, every single week so far, I've had the Buccaneers on my TV. So, they're super entertaining. But this was a crazy game to watch. This was a shootout. Like, offensively, super fun to watch. Defense, across the field, stuff was happening. Both quarterbacks, I thought, played pretty well. Baker was 29 of 33, 379 yards for 2 touchdowns, no picks. Sam Darnold finding a home in Seattle, 28 of 34 for 341, 4 touchdowns and a pick. I had Zach Charbonnet, I don't know how to say it, on fantasy to replace Josh Jacobs because it was a bye week for the Packers. And of course he got me like 12 points. I picked him up off waivers like 3 days ago. It was awesome. Rashad White, 14 carries, 41 yards, and 2 touchdowns. But the real story of this game was the wide receiver battle between Emeka Egbuka and Jackson Smith-Njigba. Like, they were going off. Like, both of them had over 50-yard receptions. I mean, it was insane to watch. Emeka Egbuka, 7 receptions, 163 yards, 1 touchdown. JSN, put some respect on his name. 8 receptions, 132 yards, and 1 touchdown. Craziness. Tampa Bay ended up getting a W. 38-35 in another nail biter. Craziness. Tampa Bay, 4-1 to start the season. They're looking good. Oh god, this next game. I don't even know how I predicted this one, but somehow I did. Tennessee Titans and Arizona Cardinals. I told you. Every time I talk about the Cardinals, I'm like, you know what? They seem good, but I don't trust them. They had this game, and they were up 21-6 coming into the second half. Did nothing the third half, or the third quarter, and then did pretty much nothing the fourth quarter. They made, like, they had the early, I don't even know what you call it, the touchback, or the pick to the touchback or whatever. And then, yeah, it's just like how can you find ways to lose? Which was just incredible to watch. To be honest, I don't even know. I don't even know. But it's crazy. Anyways, I don't have anything to say about this game, other than that the Titans won 22-21 over the Cardinals. I'm sorry, Arizona fans. If I was an Arizona fan, I would have been pissed watching that game. But oh well. All right, next game. Commanders, Chargers. Chargers look, man. Jaden Daniels came back. Chargers came out strong and then did nothing for the rest of the game, pretty much. Jaden Daniels first came back Texans, I think week 1 or week 2 maybe. Played pretty well. 15 to 26, 231 and a touchdown. That's not terrible. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, 14 carries, 111 yards and 2 touchdowns. That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. Justin Herbert did not look super great. Their offensive line looks bad, and their defense is struggling. So they got some stuff to figure out for sure. But yeah, I mean, Washington had this game in hand from pretty much the second quarter onwards. I was never really thinking that they were going to take it, that the Chargers were going to take it. They just did not look good, which is tough. So hopefully they can figure it out. I'm still holding out some hope, but every week they're somewhat disappointing me. The Broncos are still looking good though, so I'll hold on to that. But Chargers are still 3-2, so that's good. That's good. But yeah, the Commanders ended up winning 27-10 over the Chargers. So Lions Bengals. This was another good game actually. Sorry, the one stat that I think is just hilarious coming out of this game is that Jamar Chase had 6 receptions, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 3 tackles. You're wondering, why would a wide receiver have 3 tackles? Oh, that would be because Jake Browning threw 3 picks, and Jamar Chase tackled the corner or the safety each time. So that's a pretty crazy stat line to end up with. More tackles than touchdowns, or about half the amount of receptions that you had in tackles. Not great. Jake Browning also threw 3 touchdowns, so maybe it balances out. I don't know. Jared Goff, another solid game though. 19 to 23, 258 for 3 touchdowns. Can't complain about that. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 8 receptions, 100 yards. Again, can't complain about that at all. Sam Laporta, 592, a touchdown. Pretty solid numbers. Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, Cincinnati put up 21 in the fourth quarter, and it kind of made it interesting. But Detroit just, I feel like they were just kind of playing with them a little bit. It was a battle of the big cats, you know what I mean? So, Lions ended up winning 37 to 24 over the Bengals. All right, this last game for the Sundays this was crazy. Buffalo also lost to the Patriots. So I got a comment from someone I saw it. I think they did it the day before or something. But I saw it in the first quarter, I think, of this game. And I was like, oh, it was like, oh, put some respect on the Patriots' name or something. I'm liking Drake May. I'm liking what I'm seeing from them. But I'm going to reserve my judgment until after this game. The Patriots are 3-2, folks. The Bills are 4-1. The Bills just lost at home to the Patriots. Drake May looked good. 22 of 30, 273. Stephon Diggs had a game. 10 receptions, 146 yards. Those are good numbers. James Cook struggled. Josh Allen was the leading rusher. Josh Allen threw a pick that didn't look super great. Josh Allen lost a fumble. Keon Coleman lost a fumble. There was some... I don't know. It was not a pretty game for the Bills. A lot of penalties. But the Patriots ended up winning 23-20, which I will say I was surprised by that. I'm not mad. I love when teams like that get upset. But yeah. just saw this game. I was hoping it'd be done by the time I got to it. So we got the Monday night game, Chiefs in Jacksonville. I called it. Jacksonville defeated the Kansas City Chiefs 31-28. Trevor Lawrence, have yourself a game. He had, I think, all of the team's he had 1 passing touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns. Let me see here. Lost a fumble. Travis Kelce, 7 for 61, 1 touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, pick and a touchdown, and a rushing touchdown. Okay, that's not too bad. But yeah, Jacksonville's looking good too. They're 4-1. That new head coach Duval is looking pretty solid. Kansas City fell to 2-3. So beautiful for me. I hate the Chiefs. Sorry, guys. The new Taylor Swift album came out. I'm not a Taylor Swift hater or anything, but like, she's just associated with the Chiefs now. So like, I feel like even more hate fire for the Chiefs just because of recent events. I could care less what Taylor Swift does, to be honest, but I don't like Travis Kelce. I'll say that because I actually know Travis Kelce. So, not personally, but like, you know. Alright, so that's going to be it for tonight. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you were able to relax. Let me know if your team won or lost this week. There were some pretty crazy games. Packers didn't play. They were on bye, but next week we'll be back with some more Packers content. We'll see if they shit the bed. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, let me know if your team won. Let me know if you enjoyed. Let me know how your team did on fantasy. Yeah, I'd be curious to know.